Well, hello, Nathan.
Hi, Tina.
So, Nathan is a teacher at our special school, and I've just this afternoon want to ask him a few questions that will help us with the social medical model of autism. So, Nathan, what does the social model mean for students in a special school?
Well, the social model's related to removing barriers and making education and all of those things that come with that accessible to all students at all times. So within our special school context, we implement a range of strategies that allow them to be part of the school community, to have that same access to education that a neurotypical student would have in their school.
So, we have the medical model. Now, the medical model has a different set of expectations in a special school. How does the medical model work out?
So my understanding of the medical model is that it seeks to find a cure for the problem, whether it's autism or some other form of disability. Within our special school context, we work with the students to see where they're at with their disability. We're not looking for a cure as such, but working out strategies that will help them to learn as best as possible.
I would imagine, though, that there are parents out there who think there is a cure for autism. Have you come across that in your experience?
Not in the school that I'm at, but definitely I'd say I'd agree with that statement.
Yeah. And I've come across that in various ethnic groups where parents think they try as many different therapies as possible, they will actually find one that is a cure. So yes, there are those two camps out there at the moment, the social and the medical model. I would also think that with the National Consistent Collection of Data and the NDIS, the National Disability Insurance Scheme, that we're going to see more of an uptake of the medical model because parents can access therapy and medicals and doctors, and more so than they can access people, therapists and community care workers at the present time. But in the school environment, Nathan, which model are you most comfortable with and why?
From what I've worked with, we use a mix of both. At the school I'm at, we do have an occupational therapist and a speech therapist who work with the students either individually or in small groups. We also have the social model implemented in certain ways where we provide breakout rooms or breakout spaces, adjustments to the curriculum. All of our students are on the life skills program, which means that they are more focused towards outcomes. They don't sit formal exams and that sort of thing. So making those adjustments is important to allowing them to access the curriculum, access an education as well. So a mixture of both I think is beneficial in a lot of ways.
So do you ever take your children out into the community, and if so, what sort of activities do you do?
Yeah, so our older students, we focus that program towards them more. We've taken them out to different excursions with disability service providers. They've also done travel training using both buses, trains, or a mixture. Safety and, or road safety rather. Also community access and accessing different services in the community. So a mixture of those things. We take a small group of students out each time. The occupational therapist has gone with them on those excursions to work closely with them at that time as well.
Now there is another movement out there called the neurodiversity movement. We're not going to talk about that at the moment, but that's another model that is gaining momentum. And from a special schools perspective, and especially in a Christian school, Nathan, why do you think it's important to have a look at different types of models?
Well, the research has shown us that different models work in different ways, and each student with disability, whether it's autism spectrum disorder or others, they're all unique. They've all got different challenges. They face different barriers to learning. So it's definitely important to look at the approach that works for that student. Within a small class, we have 9 students in our class. There might be a range of different strategies that need to be implemented in that class so that all those students can best meet their outcome and gain that education.
So you're a Christian teacher and you know a lot about Christian education. How does your Christianity outwork in your classroom?
We see each child as unique, created in the image of God, and it's important for us to work closely with the parents, with the students, so that they realise that and they recognise that. We may pray in class, we may listen to different worship songs or share devotions throughout the day as well, to help them gain that understanding of God and God's love for them as well.
Nathan, do you love what you do?
I do.
Thanks. Okay.